when we allow psychopaths to reign, when we allow a group of people, small group, to gain the kind of power that allows them control over many of us, what we get is the beginning, the destruction of society. And society is destroyed one person at a time, one group at a time. I want you to listen to this cop. And I don't want to necessarily call him an anti-vaxxer, but he is an anti-vaxxer who refused to take the vaccine. And he was proud in doing so. And he was exuberant in his new fame. He told the governor to go kiss his you-know-what. Check this out. We'll take it on the other side.
Robert LeMay was a Washington state police officer who became something of a hero on the anti-vax right after he was fired from his job last October for refusing to get vaccinated. LeMay gained particular notoriety for his rather crude send-off to Washington's Democratic Governor Jay Inslee.
This is my final sign-off after 22 years of serving the citizens of the state of Washington, being asked to leave because I am dirty. This is the last time you'll hear me in a state patrol car, and Jay Inslee can kiss my ass.
In addition to a number of glowing segments, that video earned LeMay 2 interviews on Fox News, including one with the network's primetime star, Laura Ingraham, who said the officer had become a celebrity for his refusal to get vaccinated.
What's next for you, other than being a celebrity now? What's next for you?
I'm the spokesperson for thousands and thousands, I even say millions of people. I think there's 2 million people that have actually viewed it. It's been 99% positive from everybody. I think this is my path right now. There's a lot of job offers that I'm getting, phenomenal job offers.
All right, well, I'm just a sleeping giant. Yeah, we maybe a sleeping giant. So we hope that that's what's happened here.
A month ago, LeMay was tragically hospitalized with COVID, and after spending some time on a ventilator, he succumbed to the virus last Friday. He leaves behind a wife and 4 children. LeMay was a true believer who really did not trust the vaccine, and he lived his values and principles. LeMay is also not alone. I mean, a staggering number of law enforcement officers have died from COVID. In fact, it has been their leading cause of all cops in the country, the leading cause of death for 2 years now. It's also a microcosm of a larger daily tragedy in America that's almost unfathomable. We're still losing a shocking number of people every day now, roughly a year after vaccines became widely available. An average of around 2,500 Americans are dying day after day after day after day after day. 2022 will be another year in which COVID is one of the leading causes of death in America. In fact, more people died from COVID in one 11-day period this month than have ever died from homicide in an entire year in this country's history. The vast majority of those deaths are entirely preventable. That's what's so maddening and so upsetting, because all it takes is a few shots to confer hugely beneficial reduction in risk. The horrifying tragedy of America right now is embodied in this story of this individual who lived his values, who was not pretending, who really did what he believed in. Those values, no doubt informed by right-wing media, including Fox News. Robert LeMay did that interview with Laura Ingraham from his squad car. She appeared to be safely ensconced in some remote studio. Ingram's almost certainly vaccinated, probably boosted, because she works for Fox News, a company that takes this virus very, very seriously, at least behind the scenes. They've got all sorts of regulations. They mandate a vaccine or constant testing for their employees. But of course, that message does not make it to the committed viewers of the network. No. They only hear the anti-vax talking points that made Robert LeMay a celebrity. For their own ratings, for fame, for cynical monetary purposes. I think they don't have enough money. That network, which is overseen by CEO Suzanne Scott, she's the woman who calls the shots over there, and you should know her name, has decided to fan the flames of vaccine resistance. And those flames are getting thousands of people killed. Thousands and thousands and thousands. And when those people die, they are, of course, forgotten by Fox News. LeMay passed away on Friday, and as of this afternoon, the network has not mentioned his death once.
As of this afternoon, Fox News has mentioned nothing about LeMay's death. You know, it's easy to sit back and say, well, he deserved it. It's easy to sit back and say, well, Darwinism, survival of the fittest. If you decide to be willfully ignorant, then you deserve what comes with it. It's easy to say all those things. I want to say them myself. Then I realize in doing so, I would be no better than the psychopaths at Fox News, than the psychopaths that run our corporations who refuse to give away these vaccines. In as much of the vaccine was developed by we the people, I would be just as much a psychopath of all of those who profiteered from this disease. Again, if you take a look at the stats, many a billionaire was created during this pandemic. They took advantage of the amount of businesses that had to close, the amount of people that could no longer work, and concentrated all that wealth accumulation for the few that could create that infrastructure to work under a pandemic. Psychopaths. Fox News, psychopaths. The corporatocracy, psychopaths. Those that are increasing prices because they can. They have pricing power. Their competition because of COVID is gone. Psychopaths. Folks, let's understand what's going on. All of this can be mitigated if we get the right progressives in power.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.